All right, now we're going to go over making estimates for doctors.
So today we're going to pretend that we're making an estimate for Miniton here. So to generate an estimate for the doctor, you're going to go over to the right hand side of the patient screen and you're going to click on the Estimate tab. Then over the white highlighted area, you're going to right click and go to New. Then you're going to want to select your doctor. Today we're going to pretend that the doctor is Dr. LeClaire. So the basics of the estimate we're going to need to have on here. So we're going to go to right click, choose treatments. We need to have the name of the animal hospital that this patient has come from. We're going to say that this patient is from Jonesville Animal Hospital. We then need the medical number treatment code on here, which is found here. That helps us track. This will help us track what the medical record number was in case there's a question about the patient's treatment and the medical record's already been filed. Then we're going to add our emergency fee and exam. We'll say that they got here before 10. And so those are our basics that the receptionist will generally already have on the estimate for us when we're generating an estimate for the doctor. So today we're going to pretend that we need to hospitalize Miniton for, we're just going to say bloody diarrhea. And Dr. LeClaire wants a CBC. So we'll click on CBC. He also wants a full chemistry panel, which is a Chem 17 for us. We're going to click on that. He also wants an IV catheter. So type in IV, select IV catheter. He's going to want fluids overnight. So whenever we want fluids overnight, we charge for fluids, IV. Because this patient is small, it should only need one bag of fluids overnight. And they also need to be charged for an infusion pump. And this is a patient that would be considered special care hospitalization. Because it's got an IV catheter, it'll be receiving medications and fluids overnight. So we'll click on special care. Dr. LeClaire also wants GI medications such as famotidine. So we're going to type in FAM, select famotidine. He's going to want metronidazole for the bloody stool. He wants injections of that, so that's why we're going to stay under the treatment list and select metronidazole. We'll give one dose of that, and it's in the patient's time here. And he's also going to want to give a dose of Serenia for vomiting. And we have a small patient, so we're going to select the 1 to 20 pound dose. Now we're going to select Done. This should be everything. This should be everything that the doctor has accounted for based on what they want to treat the patient. Before they present this to the client, we need to make sure that we add a variance to the bill. That'll give us a range. That'll give us a range from this $411 total here as buffer in case there's something that's unaccounted for in the middle of the night, such as lab values being off and needing to supplement fluids, or having to change up the treatment plan based on how the patient, either improves or declines. In order to add that variance, we need to select all of the chargeable items on the estimate. So to do that, we're going to click on the emergency fee code. We're going to hold the Shift button on the keyboard, and then we're going to go down to the last chargeable item, which is the Serenia, and we're going to select that. Then we're going to right-click, and we're going to go to Change. That's going to bring up our estimate entry change window. Under the variance screen, it says 0%. We're going to click on that, and we're going to change it to 25 and select OK. Because we're adding 25% to each treatment code, it's going to take a few minutes for Avimark to enter that 25% variance to each line item and then come up with the amount down at the bottom of the screen here. So don't be alarmed by the amount of time that it takes. The computer hasn't froze. It just takes a few minutes for Avimark to process everything. So now we've got 25% on all of our codes, and down at the bottom of the window we have actual charge may vary between 411 and 514.32. Now that we've done that, we can select print. That'll bring up the print window, and then we would select print again. I'm just going to click to the side there. And that is how you generate an estimate for the doctor. Estimates will vary based on what the doctor is going to want and based on how the patient presents. Sometimes items such as thermal support, less than 8 hours or greater than 8 hours, may need to be added. But that's on a case-by-case, that would be on a case-by-case basis.